Coming to you from Taichung City, Taiwan, Alexander Arts presents a One Piece card game battle. Kid versus KAIDO. These are our deck lists. Check them out in the description. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. Game 1, start. I start off by playing out Jewelry Bonnie and pass the turn to Sushian. Sushian plays out the Kurozumi blocker. Turn passed. I use Jewelry Bonnie's ability to check the top 5 cards and take out a Supernova. I take out the Law blocker, which can swap cards. I attack for 5,000 with Kid against KAIDO, the leader. Sushian takes the life down to 4. I play out the Killer blocker. Turn passed. Sushian spends 3 Dawn to play out Onigashima, which lets him get an extra rested Dawn. Puts 1,000 onto the blocker and attacks for 4,000 against Jewelry Bonnie. I go ahead and block that. And counter up to 5,000, saving the blocker. KAIDO attacks Jewelry Bonnie and can't save her this time. Turn passed. $7,000 from Kid to KAIDO. Sushian takes the life. 3 cards to put out the Killer KO card. KO's the blocker because it was rested. I put 1 card onto the Killer blocker. That's actually not going to do anything because you need to have 3 cards to activate the card draw. Unfortunately, in addition to that, Sushian puts out his 7-cost King, which KOs 2 of my cards. He attacks for 5,000 with KAIDO. I take the life down to 4. Turn passed, not looking so good for me. I decide to try to get rid of that king. I put out Straw Sword to arrest him. And put the rest of my Dawn onto Kit, attacking for 10,000 against his 7,000. Sushian counters with 2,000 counters up to 11,000, and I am not able to take him out. Still not looking so good for me. Sushian uses Onigashima to get another rested Dawn. Plays out the Queen blocker, which can let him draw cards and get rid of a card. Gets rid of an event card. Attacks for 7,000 with that King. Nothing I can do. Life goes down to 3 for me, for Kid. He attacks for 6,000 with KAIDO against my leader, and once again, I take the life down to 2. He spends 2 more Dawn to put out the Black Maria blocker. Turn is passed. I attack for 5,000 with my Kid against his KAIDO. Takes the hit, down to 2 life. Even on life, but he has 3 cards out. Oh, here's a big card. It's Eustace Kid. By resting, he can play out a 3-cost or lower card, so I put out the Killer blocker. Also means that on Sushian's turn, he can only attack this Eustace Kid character until he's dead. He goes ahead and stacks the Dawn onto King for a 10,000 attack. A counter for 11,000. Probably should have used the blocker there because now he's attacking for 9,000. I could have just used one counter here instead of 2. Then he goes ahead and uses his blocker to attack for 9,000. That gets rid of Kid. I stay alive at 2, but still don't have any character cards to attack with. Play out Eiichiro to rest his blocker. Now he's open to attacks, but I don't have enough to kill him off this turn. I go for a 6,000 attack against the blocker since I know I cannot get rid of his life. I play out Law, swap in Eiichiro, and put out Jewelry Bonnie. This is in the hopes of having enough counter cards to survive for the next round. I take the X-Drake, which has a counter of 1,000. Turn is passed back to Sushin. Sushin attacks for 7,000 against my leader. I take the life. Then Kaido for 7,000. I block it and counter, trying to keep my blocker alive for the next round. He plays out a Kurozumi blocker and a Black Maria blocker, but he's not done. Uses his leader ability, Dawn -7. He can get rid of my remaining life card. I'm down to 0, one more hit. He decides to go for the kill. He puts 9,000 on his blocker. I don't have enough to counter it. I made some risky plays there, didn't work out. Kaido wins. I might have been able to hang in there if I had left one Dawn open for the Paradise Waterfall. Game 2, start. Sushin shows his cards, and I play out a Capone for 1 Dawn. He's a blocker. The turn is passed over to Sushin. Sushin puts out the Kurozumi blocker. Turn is passed back to me. Got 3 Dawn. Spend 3 Dawn to put out Okiku. And then attack for 5,000 with Kid against Kaido. Sushin decides to block, and the blocker's KO'd. Turn is passed back to Sushin. Sushin plays out Onigashima, which lets him get a Dawn, although it's rested at first. Then attacks for 6,000 with Kaido against Kid. I take the hit down to 4 life. Turn is passed back to me. Okiku attacks for 5,000 against Kaido. Sushin decides to take the life. 5,000 from Kid to Kaido again. And Sushin counters for 6,000. Spend 5 cards to put out the Trafalgar Law blocker, which allows you to pick up a card and play down a 3-cost card. So I was able to basically reset Okiku, and the turn is passed back to Sushin again. Sushin uses Onigashima to get arrested Dawn. Sushin spends 5 Dawn to play out the Queen blocker, which lets him Dawn -1 to draw 2 cards and discard 1. He uses this as an opportunity to get rid of an extra Onigashima, since you can only have one of those in play and it's permanent. Kaido attacks for 7,000 against Kid. I block it for 1,000 with the Capone blocker, and he's KO'd. Turns passed back to me. Put 1 Dawn on Okiku. Attack the leader for 6,000 and is able to rest the 5-cost blocker. He takes the hit to the life. He's down to 3 life. I then attack against the blocker with 8,000. Sushin counters with 10,000 using 2,000 counters. I spend 1 Dawn to play Julie Bonnie and another one to use her ability to check the top 5 cards. I decide to take the Apu card for the 2,000 counter. And last of all, play out another Capone blocker. Turn is passed back to Sushin. Sushin spends 5 Dawn to play out another Queen blocker. Queen and his twin brother. Another Onigashima is thrown away. And Onigashima is used to get another rested Dawn. Sushin attacks for 7,000. Blocked it and used the counter to keep the blocker alive. Turn is passed. I use Jewelry Bonnie's ability. Choose another Apu. That's another 2,000 counter. Okiku is used for 6,000 to attack Kaido and rest the blocker again. Sushin counters with 7,000. Alright, unfortunately we have a misplay here. I used Law's ability on Okiku, but that's actually not allowed because she's not a Heart Pirate or a Supernova. However, neither of us noticed, so the game goes on. I attack for 7,000 against Kaido. Sushin uses the blocker and counters with 2,000 so that the blocker stays alive. Turn is passed back to Sushin. He spends 7 Dawn to play out the king with 7,000 power. He's able to KO 2 cards, Okiku and Capone. Onigashima was used to get it done. Kaido attacks for 7,000 against Kid. I block and counter to 8,000. Blocker still alive. Sushin attacks the blocker with his blocker for 6,000. I counter for 7. And he uses another blocker with a Dawn for 7,000 and is able to KO my blocker finally. Turn is passed. In order to get revenge, I play out Demon Face and KO both of his blockers. Jewelry Bonnie is used and Law is selected. $6,000 from Law to Kaido. Sushin takes the life, he's down to 2. Kid attacks for 5,000 against Kaido again, countered for 7. and I spend 2 Dawn to put out a blocker, killer blocker, and 1 Dawn to do his ability. If he blocks, he can draw a card. Turn is passed back to Sushen. Sushen spends 6 Dawn to play out another king. Dawn -1 can KO my blocker. Wasn't able to use his ability. Onigashima's used to get another rested Dawn. King attacks Law for 9,000. He is KO'd. 7,000 attacking Kid. I end up taking a life down to 3. Turn is passed back to me again. Jiribani used once more. 3rd time getting another Apu here. Kid attacks for 5,000, countered for 6. 5 are spent to put out Law, pick up Bonnie, and put down another killer blocker. 4 cards are spent to put down X-Streak. The turn is passed back over to Sushen. Sushen spends 9 cards to play out KAIDO, who has Rush and can KO a card 6 cost or lower by Dawn -5. Uses Onigashima to get another Dawn back. KAIDO attacks Kid for 6,000. Counter for 7 with that Apu. 7,000 to attack Kid. Take the hit. 7,000 against Kid again. Takes the life down to 1. And 10,000 is black. Turn is passed back to me. X-Drake uses his Dawn ×1 ability to add 1,000 extra strength to all supernovas. He attacks for 9,000. Kid with 4 Dawn and X-Drake's ability gets up to 10,000. That takes him down to 0 life. And a final attack for 10,000 again. And Kid destroys KAIDO. Kid wins! Unfortunately, there was a misplay, so I kind of have to disqualify myself. But it was still a fun game, and we had some pretty cool plays in there. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to get the next one as soon as it comes out. Leave a comment to support the channel in the YouTube algorithm, and let me know what kind of One Piece card game content you'd like to see in the future. Thanks for watching!